Okay, here we go. This is day one of using Illustrator. And I have actually opened up the area when you click in, you open up Illustrator through I have Windows and in Windows icon and Adobe Creative Suites. Here's what happens. It tells you welcome, gives you your name. And what I'm looking for is mostly going to be over here to the left. As you can see, I've been working with it quite some time. I've got some of my side jobs, classroom stuff that I have. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, let's go to create new. Okay. These are some of my recents that I've done before. And as you can see, I've done all kinds of different things, but let's go hit create new. So now when I'm actually going to be giving you an assignment, I will be telling you what you need to do and what the size should be. But before we do that, we're going to kind of see what's going on up here. As you can see, I'm under recents. I've used the large web, the A4, the letter. I've got a couple saved here if I wanted to, but we're going to first jump to mobile. When you click on mobile, you're going to see that they have an unbelievably a ton of presets. And as you can see, the iPhones are here. The iPad is here. If you click down here, you have all of your presets. As we do, we got your Google, we got the Apple Watch, we got all kinds of really cool things. The Samsung. And again, if you don't see what you have, by all means, you can go online, just Google in the size of what phone you have, and they'll give you it in pixels, and just type that in. So it's perfect. You'll see there's some templates here. You can go through all those if you want to, but that's up to you. But that's one of the cool things about Illustrator. They give you a lot of different things. They give you a lot of choice, which is great. Now, if you just bump over up top again, we're going to come over here to the web. When you click on the web, you're going to see that there is the common, the large web minimum. And of course, let's go through all of our presets. You're going to see a MacBook Pro, I think it's the 1S Retina, got through your Macs. And then, of course, we've got a couple other things. Again, more templates if you need them. Definitely look through all those. I recommend it. Now, here's what we're going to be working with. We work a lot with print, okay? Print and art and illustrations are the two we're going to mostly work with, but I'm going to go through all of them just for your edification. With print, as you can see, letter, large print, legal. Pop it down here. You'll see that there's A3, A4, your tabloid. Everything is in points because that's what most of the industry works with. In my classroom, I will be using inches, but we'll discuss that a little bit later. But as you can see, again, all kinds of cool stuff. Now we have film and video. You're looking at HD 720, 1080, 4K, UDH, and we got all kinds of different things that are going right here for film and video. And last but not least, art and illustration. They're giving you things like postcards, posters, tabloid, the legal paper, your letter. This is probably the most, art and illustration is probably the most encompassing. And we will definitely be using art and illustration every time that we do a project. Now let's jump on over to the right-hand side where it says preset details. The first and the foremost thing I would suggest you do is type in what the project is. So what I would want to do is we can just pop that in here, go ahead and, it's just a matter of backspacing or just highlighting and typing in rotoscope, which will be something that we'll be doing. And then of course, that's where you should start. It will save with this. If you don't do this and you forget it, it will ask you if you want to save the untitled. And when you say yes, you can go ahead and still save it another time. But this is a good, habit to get into is naming your things right away. Secondly, we have our width and our height. We know what that is, the width and height. But here's where we're going to talk a little differently. I'm going to go here and let's just quickly to the left. I'm going to hit the tabloid because we use a tabloid a lot. And I'm going to come over here and change my points. I'm going to change my points. As you can see, we have pixels, we have picas, inches, feet in inches, yards, milliliters, centimeters, and meters. It is really good. Love it. Again, there's Adobe, just kind of getting all your needs. So we're going to come here and go to inches, and you're going to see it's 17 by 11. That's what a tabloid is. That's how it should be, and that's what we're looking for. Now, next to that, or on below inches, you'll see orientation. It flip-flops. As you can see, the numbers from width and height change when I go from one to the other. Now, the next thing is our artboards. Usually, we just draw with one, but a good artist will actually make a series. So sometimes artists will want to make one thing and then kind of copy it, paste over to the next thing, make a modification, and then continue making these modifications so you can show the client different versions of one concept or their idea of one concept. That's where the artboards would come in. And it's literally a matter of just clicking, saying 2, 3, 4, and as many as you want to do, and that's where it would. And when we hit OK and create, you'll see 2, 3, or 4. Okay. I'm only gonna go with one just for right now. Actually, you know what? Let's do 2. Let's do 3. So when I hit OK, you can see what happens. Then we come down here with our bleed. I usually don't touch the bleed right now. I leave it as is. We have more advanced options if you're looking for it. Your color mode, your PPI setting, and stuff like that. So let's come down here. We have RGB. Our screen could be set to 150, high 300. I definitely like to do 150 or 300. It just works easier, see things a little bit better, and we're good here. I'm going to keep coming down. Let's kind of pop this down here. We have our more settings, boop, boop, boop. And notice when I hit more settings, you'll see a whole bunch of things right here. It's kind of the same thing, just over there, okay? So let's got to cancel. Come down here, we have that. Even more settings again, shows up again. Sorry for doing that again, people. Hey, we all make mistakes every once in a while. Once I have everything I like here, and like I say, I like my my raster effects at 150. 300 may push whatever computer you're using, might push a little harder. Depends on what you want to do in your computer. But I like to leave it at 150. Gives me a good idea what it's going to look like. My preview mode, we're going to leave it at default. Don't want to do overprint. Overprint's just going to show. We'll just leave it at default. Or pixels. It's going to be more like Photoshop. We're going to actually see the actual pixels. I like to keep it at default. And last but not least, hit create. Give it a second, and notice there's 1, there's 2, and there's my 3 artboards. And notice up here to the left, you can already see it says rotoscope, so it's already been saved. And it's already been named, which is phenomenal, and that's what you want to do. So that's how to set up your page or pages or artboards. You can do either one. I call in class artboards. Some people call them pages, but that's how we set it up, either in singular or multiple, as you see we did here, 3, and that should actually get you going.